Jared, you mentioned before about Campbell Newman turning up, and he pointed to the documents. He was saying that you want regulation. Have a look at this. Look at the federal government has done in terms of there's seeing some pictures of it there now. What did you make of his? This was his first, the new kid on the block, but his first day on the big stage, really. And I thought that's the one that cut through, whether it's a stunt or not. I saw it on every television bulletin that night. What did you make of his performance?
I thought it was clever. I mean, it was clever because essentially he said later on, I think, that if Australia goes to the sort of prevailing price, which is much lower than $23 a tonne, I mean, he might go along with that. I mean, that's not going to happen. The budget's built around the current price. I mean, I would say, for example, that Australia should not go into an ETS, emissions trading scheme, until the Americans, the Canadians go into it. And I say that because I know they're not going to do it, certainly not in the short term. I think Campbell Newman knows that the government's not going to do it.
Let's hear Campbell Newman put it his way. And in fact, you're right. There's quite a distinction, I think, between the way Campbell Newman approaches this issue and the mining tax from the way that Tony Abbott approaches it, for example. Have a listen to Campbell Newman.
If everybody's in, and I've said this to the Prime Minister, if everyone across the world's charging $10, $20 a tonne, we're in, and I would support it. But that's not happening, and we're going to send jobs to India and China.
And then on the mining tax, he said, look, I'm not opposed to the mining tax. What I'm saying is that everything that you tax out of Queensland should go back to Queensland. You do that and then I'll support the mining tax. It's a very different approach, isn't it, to just saying no to everything?
Yeah. He's more on the Bob Brown, quietly spoken but very, very hardcore politician than on the Tony Abbott, which is he may actually be a bit softer as a government, as a Prime Minister, but hardcore in his rhetoric. So there might be a lesson for Abbott there in terms of Newman's messaging.
Tony Abbott, on the other hand, is sticking with the hard line on both the carbon tax and the mining tax, and this idea of repetition. It seems to be the way you go. Have a look.
The carbon tax is just going to make everything so much worse. The costs for families are going to go up and up and up, and the costs for businesses are going to go up and up and up, and that just makes the security of employment go down and down and down. What Labor offers them is a carbon tax which is going to go up and up and up as their business opportunities shrink and shrink and shrink.
What he forgot to mention was that the wheels on the bus go round and round and round.
It was on everybody's lips.